Voilà, mesdames et messieurs, après cette interruption et ce malencontreux crash dans le tour de chauffe et de formation, eh bien, on va pouvoir repartir pour cette finale A en souhaitant déjà tous nos vœux de rétablissement pour le pilote impliqué dans cet incident, Manoa Laurent notamment. Et donc voilà, on espère que tout va bien aller pour lui et
Yes.
pour les pilotes qui ont été impliqués aussi dans ce crash. On
Bram,
espère qu'ils n'ont pas été trop choqués. Voilà, le plus important, c'est la santé dans ces cas-là. Le reste passe au second plan. Donc tous nos souhaits de rétablissement pour le pilote, pour les pilotes et du courage aussi pour en espérant revenir plus fort l'an prochain. Et on espère que tout le monde n'a pas eu trop peur pour cela. C'est bien là l'important.
our thoughts go out to Manoa Laurent and Bram Connings, who will not take the start. Milan Beku effectively now becomes the champion because he has opted to non-start. A non-start is 0 points, which is a drop score. So that basically puts things out of reach. Eichmann's Grand Prix, I think, have done a very, very sensible thing. The last time we saw Milan go into battle was at Mariembourg here 6 months ago in the final. And he came across the line, thought he'd done a really, really good job, then got penalised post-race. So what Eichmann's want to do is preserve that lead that he has. So it is now, like we had with Junior X30s yesterday, effectively it's provisional. But at the moment, Lewis Boots, Julien van der Cotelet, Denver Boz, Georges Desmay, Didier Dedale, Mathis Piessens, Dorian Grandjean. They have an opportunity to battle for one of 5 remaining IWF tickets and also for the last 2 steps on the championship podium.
Oui, et donc on le disait, forcément, même s'il y a eu les incidents, maintenant il y a une question qui se pose, c'est qui sera champion et qui obtiendra ces nouveaux tickets pour la finale mondiale. C'est la question qui se pose maintenant et on le saura d'ici 11 minutes et un tour, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, I had confirmation before the first attempt at a start from race director Dave Ritson that Milan Beku would not start this race. So it is going to be down to what happens now. We will have the updated championship standings at the end of this final race of the season before we say we bid you adieu until 2026 and wish everybody the very best of luck for the Euro Cup, Ladies Cup and the upcoming Iame Warriors final, October 27th to November the 1st at Valencia at the Cartodromo Lucas Guerrero. But for one more time, we head into the tram lines here at Karting d'Espagne. Are we going to get the lights going out for the final time? Yes, we do. And it's the run down to turn 1. And leading the way should be, hopefully, Lewis Boots or Didier Dedale. Didier Dedale has put himself into a possible, at least, top 6 championship permutation, which means the youngster from Belgium Racing would get a ticket. And look, he's got a lead. He's got an early lead as Boots and Van der Cotelet battle over the scraps in P2.
Ouais, c'est désormais lancé avec déjà un très très beau leadership de la part de Did Dordal qui a pris d'emblée les commandes de cette course. Lui qui avait réalisé un parcours sans faute lors des manches qualificatives. Très très bonne fin de saison pour Did Dordal pour l'instant qui réalise le week-end parfait. Derrière, eh bien, on a 3 hommes trois jeunes garçons plutôt qui essayent de s'échapper. Et la bagarre est bel et bien lancée. On va le voir ici avec peut-être un changement pour la 3e position, l'aspiration avec un certain, je pense, Mathis Piessens là qui va passer à l'attaque. Ouais, devant Julian van der Cotelet. Jolie manœuvre de dépassement pour la 3e position.
Oh, Denver Boz has dropped all the way down like a little bit of a stone at the moment. He's dropped down into 10th position as the Flying Dutchman from WJS Racing. I know from his team manager that they're going to be looking elsewhere to race next season. And if this is the last appearance from the Flying Dutchman in the Iame Series Benelux, well, thank you for all the entertaining memories, my friend. Especially when we got to Austria and he got dubbed the Flying Dutchman by yours truly. And then Guillaume Alvarez got in on the junk as well. But look at this train. Mathis Piessens now up into what is effectively 2nd position. So this is really going to help him in terms of the championship standings. So at the moment, Didier Dedale leads. Lewis Boots in 2nd. No, Mattis Piesens in second. That'll put Lewis Boots P3. And then Julian van der Cotelet will be fourth. That's 71 points. Fifth is Marcus Engen-Assen, who is not in the top 20 this top 20 according to my records that I have here. Milo Cornel, who has moved up from 9th, now moves up to 6th position. So that is 69 points for the youngster there. Georges Desmay, where is he? 7th at the moment. That's 68 points. So at the minute, the way things are standing, Lewis Boots at the moment with P3 holds on to second in the championship. Julian van der Cotelet, if he falls any lower, might end up in the clutches of, Denver Bos now again, another positional change for the youngster from the Netherlands. It's not been an easy one for the 887 this weekend. Managed to get a P2 in one of the heats earlier on, but the final is where it really, really counts. It's one effort for a big, big bag of points.
La bagarre pour la deuxième position. Mattis Piesens qui semblait pouvoir s'échapper au moment de prendre l'avantage sur Julian van der Cotelet. Mais derrière, eh bien, il y a toujours ce Lewis Boots qui s'accroche à cette troisième position et qui fait de la résistance par rapport à Mattis Piesens. Ouais, entre ces deux-là, ce n'est pas terminé, ça c'est une certitude. Pour l'instant, Diede Dordal a toujours cette petite avance comme il avait tout à l'heure lors de l'une de ses manches qualificatives. Un petit peu d'avance, pas de quoi se reposer sur ses lauriers, mais tout de même un peu d'avance pour éviter d'être attaqué, un peu d'avance pour pouvoir prendre les meilleures trajectoires possibles, la trajectoire idéale sans devoir fermer les portes. Mais attention ici avec les deux poursuivants qui pour l'instant sont en train d'essayer de revenir. On ne se bat pas du côté de Mattis Piesens et de Lewis Boots. On tente de revenir avant tout sur Diede Dordal. Derrière, eh bien, on a Julian van der Cotelet, Marcus Engen-Assen et enfin Denver Bos qui a rétrogradé par rapport à sa position de départ, 2 places de perdu, mais le néerlandais, le champion de la catégorie mini-rookie l'an dernier, qui est en forme puisqu'il a signé le meilleur chrono en 1:02.482.
At the moment, where Lewis Boots is at the minute, he is in, well, he's got enough gap between himself and Julian van der Cotelet in terms of the drop scores, because Lewis Boots is just north of 600 points, including the 2 drop scores. So 601 points, plays 586 in the form of Julian van der Cotelet, who's had slightly lower drop scores. He's had a 54, that's 21st position in the final at Genk at round 3, and a 66. That was P9 at the second final at Genk this year. So there's less of a, well, there's a higher score ratio of 70s, 73s, 76s, which is basically 5th, 3rds and 2nds by Lewis Boots. But his lowest scores are a 65 in the final round 3 at Genk, which is 10th place. And then the qualifying heats at Mariembourg was P5. So that is 135 points. But Lewis Boots did just get through, didn't he? He just got the move done, and that will be enough to secure second in the title. That'll put him on 604 points. Now, where is Julian van der Cotelet? He's still in 4th, behind Mattis Piesens in the 879. Now, this is going to get rather interesting, because the other thing here, Simon, that we have not talked about is now that Diede Dordal is not getting away with this. He's 3.5 tenths ahead. And now, look at this, 3 wide nearly into turn 2 with 4.5 minutes to go. The battle starts now.
Oui, la bagarre qui est excellente pour l'instant à suivre entre Mattis Piesens, Lewis Boots, Julian van der Cotelet. On se passe et se repasse dans cette course. Et Denver Bos qui revient aussi dans ce groupe. Ah, ça va promettre entre ces quatre-là. Et un élément dont on n'a pas parlé non plus, c'est l'apparition de fines gouttes de pluie. Les drapeaux qui sont sortis, les drapeaux pour annoncer...
slippery surface flag, there we go.
Qui sont annoncés pour tout simplement informer les pilotes que l'adhérence est potentiellement moins bonne.
I have to say, we've lucked in today, haven't we? Unlike yesterday, which I told a fellow commentator, a good friend of ours, Guillaume Alvarez, I said, mate, it was so choppy, it was chopping and changing like nobody's business, like the battle for second, because now Didi Didale has at least a 1.1 second advantage, and back into P2 goes the 879. Mattis Piesens in second, but there goes Lewis Boots up the inside at turn 2. This could allow Julien van der Cottelet as Mattis Piesens gets squeezed wide. That's Denver Bos P3. Sorry, Denver Bos P3. Julien van der Cottelet 4th. And Mattis Piesens has got Marcus Engenassen right up his exhaust pipe.
Oh, quelle bagarre avec Denver Boss qui se retrouve là en 3e position après cette bagarre entre Mattis Piesens notamment et Lewis Boots avec Julien van der Cottelet dans tout cela. Et regardez maintenant l'avance qu'a pu prendre Didi Dordal. Ça, c'est bon pour le pilote belge. Et regardez aussi le peloton derrière. Eh bien, maintenant, ils sont une petite dizaine.
Here we go. Flying Dutchman arrives on cue. Well, nice one, Denver. Well done, buddy. Now, hang on. That was a little bit sideways by Mattis Piesens, trying to get through at turn 2. It was like Flying Dutchman on cue, sideways Piesens, and now Denver Bos is going to be hung out to dry like it happened with Julien van der Cottelet 1 lap ago. And we still have 2 minutes on the timer, plus an additional lap remaining. Didi Didale, at the moment, if he stays where he is right now, I think he might be very lucky and secure himself possibly 6th in the championship. Now, this is important, folks, and the reason being, we have 3 gold, 3 silver tickets for IWF 2025 to give away. Oh, but who's just pulled in? Was that Didi Didale pulling in for the race lead? Don't tell me Didi Didale is out with a technical difficulty. And now this opened the floodgates. Mattis Piesens gets through for the race lead. And now it's a free-for-all here with the final couple of laps of the race. Oh, my giddy aunt. This is going to be I did say this would be a little bit of a humdinger. I was not far wrong from that because Mattis Piesens leads the way. Lewis Boots looks up the inside at turn 4. And now, can this be the opportunity for Julien van der Cottelet to try and make some moves here? Denver Bos is looking to the inside. Edward Berger is there now. Marcus Engenassen. The top 10 rounded out by Milo Cornel, covered by 1.7 seconds. Oh, but there's contact through Piff Paff. 4 carts intertwined. Oh dear. It was going to come to blows, unfortunately, but at the front end of the field, Mattis Piesens leads the way. Lewis Boots in second with 2 tours to go. Denver Bos looking to finish his mini X30 career in this championship on a high if he does move on to Pastures New next year. 0.169 separated the top 3. Lewis Boots for the lead. Can't get through. Here comes Denver Bos with a head full of steam out of turn 3. Towards the inside as Edouard Berger gives Lewis Boots a little bit of a tap from behind. That bumps the 830 forwards. And now Mattis Piesens leads the way on the final race of the season here in 2025. Lewis Boots, however, will want to go for the victory and thereby secure, without any shadow of a doubt, 2nd in the championship standings. Here he goes, up the inside, through the final right-hander, forces Piesens a little bit wide. Piesens had to open the steering. Now we go on to the last lap of 2025 for Iame Series Benelux, and now it becomes a 5, make that 6 kart fight. Now it's about who is going to put one up on the others. They are nearly line astern through turn 2 for the final time here on lap number 12. And now out of turn number 3. Now it's the run down. Piesens is going to get the assist from behind. Boz van der Cotelet gets denied going through turn 4 by Lewis Boots. Through 5 for the final time. Down into Chemin de Fer. Boz right on the tailpipe of Mathis Piesens. And at this moment in time, Lewis Boots holding on to P3 at the moment. That's 73 points. That will probably more than likely give him enough to secure second in the championship standings. But here comes Julian van der Cotelet up the inside of Denver Boz. Here goes Marcus Engenassen through as well. Edouard Berger's going to make it nearly 3 wide for 4th place. Up the hill we go for the final time. It's the run to the checkered flag. It is going to be nearly 6 wide. Oh my goodness me, Mathis Piesens takes the victory by 1/10 of a second. Mamma mia, as the Italians would say. What a brilliant end to the race. The top 6, the closest finish in Iame Series Benelux history for a very, very long time. Top 6 covered by 0.339 of a second. What a great way to end the season. Fantastic racing, and now Mathis Piesens can celebrate. Proficiat to the 879 from Fusion Motorsport Benelux. Gets the job done ahead of Lewis Boots. Denver Boz rounds out the top 3 ahead of Marcus Engenassen from Norway. Edouard Berger from Eurokarting and Julian van der Cotelet. 0.339 seconds covers the top 6 at the final race of the season. I have to say, heart goes out to Didier Dalia on lap number 9. Pulls in with a technical difficulty while leading the race. And there are the rest of your results. Milan Beku, provisionally your 2025 mini champion for Iame Series Benelux, following in the footsteps of Eurokarting's Noah Grenier last year. Lewis Boots, Julian van der Cotelet, Denver Boz, Georges Desmay and Dorian Grandjean round out the top 6. After that retirement, it took away a top 6 finish for Didier Dalia at the end. Milo Cornel, Louis Paternotte and Edouard Berger round out your top 10 in the provisional championship standings.